Hallo, ek is Etie. Welkom by my kanaal waar ons als saam doen. What are the words for suppose in Afrikaans? Can you use them in the same way in Afrikaans that you do in English? Let's find out. Let's start with what I think is the most straightforward one, and that would be suppose to, which is veronderstel om te in Afrikaans. You'll see in the pink letters highlighted in white, those are the whole verb phrase that I take out of each Afrikaans sentence example, just to show you what the entire verb phrase looks like, one word after the others. Now, the veronderstel om te, that is an infinitive, and you'll often find that the words in the whole verb phrase do not follow the one directly after the other in the sentence. There's often a space between the verbs, and that's just going to depend on what sentence it is. Hulle is veronderstel om te sing. They are supposed to sing. The whole verb phrase there is veronderstel om te sing. Hy was veronderstel om my gisteraand te bel. He was supposed to call me last night. And the whole verb phrase, veronderstel om te bel. Studente is veronderstel om teen Vrydag hulle opdragte in te handig. Students are supposed to submit their assignments by Friday. Veronderstel om in te handig. The whole phrase. And the last one, wat is ek veronderstel om te doen? What am I supposed to do? And the whole verb phrase, veronderstel om te doen. Suppose so, veronderstel so. Usually in Afrikaans you'll only hear us use it in one way, and it's in the following sentence example, ek veronderstel so, which is I suppose so. Now, for just the word suppose, when it's not an infinitive and it's not supposed to or suppose so, but just suppose, it's still veronderstel. But one, you can't always just translate it directly and use it in the same way that you're going to use it in English, and I'll show you that in a moment. You'll have to do some thorough paraphrasing, not always, but often. And then top right, you'll see there's another word, which is aanneem of neem aan. Now, we will look at that one in its own video at some point, but it's often used interchangeably with veronderstel. Strictly speaking, they're not the same thing. Strictly speaking, aanneem and neem aan, those are assume. But you'll find in Afrikaans that sometimes we actually do translate. When it's in English, suppose, we do translate to aanneem when we speak, sometimes even when we write, and we don't translate to veronderstel. However, strictly speaking, the translation for suppose is veronderstel. That would be the first word choice. Right, so the examples. Ek veronderstel, dit is al wat ons benodig. I suppose this is all we need. That's a simple sentence. It's more or less the same thing said in more or less the same way in both languages. Ek veronderstel pryse sal opgaan. Prices will go up, I suppose. Or, I suppose prices will go up. Now in Afrikaans, we will only say it the way around that the example is with ek veronderstel pryse sal opgaan. We won't say it the way that you can say it in English with prices will go up, I suppose. We won't say it that way around in Afrikaans, only as in the example is the way that we will say that phrase or that sentence. Wat veronderstel jy wou hy hê? What do you suppose he wanted? That one's straightforward. The next one, ek veronderstel ons gaan jou nie weer sien nie. I suppose we are not going to see you again. But in English, you can also say, I don't suppose we'll see you again, which is just a different way of asking the same question, but we won't do that, I don't suppose, in Afrikaans. We'll just say it the way that the example is saying it. Ek veronderstel jy is reg. I suppose you are right. When suppose is used as a conjunction, then it'll be suppose or supposing. The Afrikaans word is not veronderstel anymore. It is gestel. So you'll find gestel only in a conditional sentence where the word is in the beginning. Like suppose, da 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 da. In Afrikaans it'll be gestel, blah blah blah. Gestel is like a statement version of veronderstel. So you state gestel, blah blah blah, and then comma, the second part of the conditional sentence that sort of follows on the first statement being true. So remember, gestel is for suppose or supposing when it is a conjunction, when it's a conditional sentence. Let's look at the examples. Gestel hy weier om te help. Wat doen ons dan? Suppose he refuses to help. What do we do then? Gestel dit is waar. Wat sal jy doen? Suppose it's true. What will you do? Gestel ons loop weg. Sal jou ouers kwaad wees? Suppose we elope. Would your parents be mad? Gestel ons probeer 'n ander benadering. Sal dit werk? Suppose we try a different approach. Would it work? Gestel hy vind uit. Wat sal gebeur? Suppose he finds out. What will happen? Gestel die trein is vertraag. Hoe laat sal ons arriveer? Or arriveer, you can say daar aankom in Afrikaans. So daar aankom is like arriving there. Arriveer can also be arriving there or arriving here. So gestel die trein is vertraag. Hoe laat sal ons arriveer of daar aankom? Supposing the train is delayed, what time will we arrive? Veronderstelling. That's the Afrikaans word for supposition, and that would be the preferred word, but sometimes supposition is translated to anname, which technically is an assumption. So just remember that sometimes, it depends on the meaning and the way the sentence is said, you'll find people use anname to mean supposition, but the strict translation for supposition is veronderstelling. Dit was die veronderstelling, which simply means it was the supposition. Ek weet dit nie vir 'n feit nie. Dit is net 'n veronderstelling. I don't know this for a fact. It is just, or it is only, a supposition. Die verslag is gebaseer op veronderstellings. The report is based on supposition. The last one we look at is supposedly. Now, I think the best translation for that would be is glo, was glo, or sal glo. So it's just is glo for present tense, was glo for past tense, and sal glo for future tense. You'll see, again, supposedly translated as other things in Afrikaans. It just depends on the sentence. So some people might use words that are closely related or that can be seen as synonyms, and it doesn't make it incorrect. But the strict translation, or the best strict translation, would be glo, and then whatever tense you speaking in or writing in at the time. So glo, the word, means to believe as a verb, and so you can see how it's related to supposedly, based on belief. Okay, so let's look at the examples. Produksie sal glo in die eerste helfte van 2025 plaasvind. Production will supposedly take place in the first half of 2025. Sy is glo baie skaam, which means supposedly she's very shy. Now, unlike the English, where supposedly is in the beginning, or can is easily and comfortably in the beginning of the sentence in this example, in Afrikaans, there are people that say it that way around, and you can technically use glo in the beginning and say, glo is sy baie skaam. So with the accent on glo. Glo is sy baie skaam. But I think the more comfortable and maybe more appropriate way to use that would be as in this example, sy is glo baie skaam. Right, so that's just for context. Die huis is glo baie oud. The house is supposedly very old. And that's straightforward. Die gerekenariseerde stelsel is glo 4 keer meer doeltreffend. The computer... yeah, it was going so well. The computerized system, that's still not going well, is supposedly 4 times more efficient. Okay. Hy was glo 'n genie gewees. He was supposedly a genius, but unlike me. I hope you found this video meaningful. Please let me know in the comment sections. Did this help you in any way? I am going to make videos similar to this one about words like assume and presume. Those things are closely related in meaning. You often find people use them as synonyms, but I'm going to make videos about them separately like I did this one. I think it will help your Afrikaans a lot because there's a bit of nuance involved, and these are words that we use often. Alrighty then, you guys must have an awesome day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.